Hello everyone! Yesterday Skibidi Toilet 70 Part 2 came out, so let's analyze. It's out like before, like with the ending scene from the last part, and then the banging happens. It stops, but then it blows up the top. At first, when I saw the cameraman, something was wrong. There was something on his back, and I was actually right. A Skibidi Toilet with an acid ray on his back and 2 explosives on his back. Also, he has one claw and the other one has a gun. He throws down the cameraman with an explosive on his back and it explodes. We also can see some acid fumes when POV turns. The Skibidi jumps down and stabs someone. The others try to shoot their hypnoguns, but it does nothing. That led me to the fact that this Skibidi Toilet is a robot. After all, we know that robots cannot get paralyzed because we saw that the mutant in episode 69 part 1, who was half robot, could stand these hypnoguns. Just like this guy. Anyway, after that, POV jumps to the left because the Skibidi Toilet tried to shoot him. He then looked at POV and was going to shoot him again, but the Dark Speakerman blasted his knives at the Skibidi Toilet. He then turned on his explosives, and the injured cameraman grabbed him and jumped down the hole that the other explosion caused, sacrificing himself. Then POV walks over to get another gun that shoots darts. He looks at the others and the elevator shakes. The Dark Speakerman knew that the elevator would fall, so he grabbed the red shirt cameraman and flew to the closest level. He then flies back down and the other cameraman runs towards him. POV is probably like, "I don't need your help," or something like that. POV runs to the wall and punches the wall super hard. This move actually surprised me because I didn't know that he could do that. So I didn't know he's kind of like Spider-Man. He climbed up to the metal beam and looked down. We can see no elevator. It must have fallen. POV then looks up to the Dark Speakerman holding out his hand. POV reaches out and slaps it. Dark Speakerman makes a sound we never thought he could make. Then POV jumps up and we see the place that the egg Skibidi Toilet was in the troll leak. The red shirt cameraman is looking at his tablet and pointed to the left. POV goes over there and we hear lasers and we hear toilets. POV looks around the corner to see a Skibidi Toilet with a flashlight on his head and 2 big lasers. They look back and forth to see another Skibidi Toilet coming their way. Then POV turns on night vision and we see in the top corner that we can see that in the top corner of the screen. He turns to the door and the Skibidi Toilet comes to the direction they are. Then the light turns on and everyone runs. The red shirt cameraman opens the door and we see text on the wall. It probably says warning intruders, but I might be wrong. Then the red shirt cameraman closes the door and does the same thing every time they open a new door. When we get to the other room, we can see lots of stuff. POV looks back at the Dark Speakerman and a normal cameraman gets into the room. POV looks around and we see a huge claw, a Strider camera's camera, a jetpack, and a speaker that was on the old-time Speakerman. POV then goes to a table on the right and picks up a piece of paper in a different language. He probably can't read it and just puts it back. And then he looks up to see a poster. Also below the poster are computers, and the poster talks about recruiting someone. The text below says, "Government-sponsored underground laboratory assigned a new administrator. Details and reasons of the..." That is all I can read and see. I have no idea what it could say, but below the text we can see a picture. This picture shows the secret agent, aka Blue-Gray, shaking his hands with a scientist that has the face of Male 09, with other scientists in the background. POV turns to see the red shirt cameraman with a book that has a TV on it. After all, I was shocked. Are the TV men really traitors? This theory still remains because we did not read it. Maybe it could be a whole plan to destroy the TV race. Red shirt cameraman shrugs and puts it down on the table. POV looks at it and back at him. And he is nodding back and forth. Then a claw grabs him and throws him at some glass. POV looks back and we see an OG Skibidi Toilet. This is the claw Skibidi Toilet from episode 42. Now he has different claws that can reach faster and a TV and a TV. The other cameraman shoots his hypno gun, but the Skibidi Toilet turns on the red glow and he drops it. We can see POV putting up his hands to rip off his camera, but the dark speaker man pushes over the other cameraman and runs toward POV and pushes him too. Now being free from the red glow, he puts on his circular lens and looks back. The other cameraman rips off his camera, and the dark speaker man is getting attacked. POV pulls out his plunger and throws it at the TV, breaking it. Then, taking out his dart gun and shoots darts at the toilet's eyes. Then, the dark speaker man blasts his speakers and stuns the Skibidi. POV then walks over, takes his plunger, and stabs the Skibidi Toilet with it. POV looks at the dark speaker man and he makes another sound. Then POV walks over to the red shirt cameraman and picks up his device. He looks at him and sees that his back has a hole in it because of the claw. Then the dark speaker man uses his speaker to break the glass and takes a spear and knife. POV breaks 2 glass jars and takes headphones and a jetpack. He then uses the device to open the door. They go through the door and POV goes out and flies. And the video ends. Now, an interesting thing is the description. It says, squad gets closer to scientist. So indeed, we are getting closer to the scientist and going to kill him. But we have no idea how long that will take. It could take the next part of episode 70 or until episode 71. We have no idea, but it could be after those theories. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that analysis. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and Jamie out!